TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Coming to you live from Macomb, Illinois, one of the most highly anticipated matchups in the state of Illinois tonight. The Farmington Farmers and the Macomb Bombers, and it's right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ben Walmsley, Caden Strenz, Glenn Novak, your camera. Tonight, our whole crew with you here for homecoming for Macomb, and again, both these teams 5-0 on the night, Ben.
Yeah, I don't think Macomb could have chosen a more difficult homecoming game against Farmington. Both of these teams are on the top of the conference. Farmington 4-0, Macomb 3-0 because they've only played 3 conference opponents. But as mentioned, both teams are undefeated. Both teams have been pretty dominant so far. It should be a very, very entertaining game, to say the least.
As you can see, Macomb with the huddle down near the 50. Kickoff here is coming up in just a few minutes. This TSSR presentation of the Farmington Farmers, the Macomb Bombers, both 5-0. Someone has to win, someone has to lose. Both these teams playoff eligible. And this presentation starts right now. Bombers and Farmers kickoff just minutes away. Maybe a minute, maybe two. Ben Walmsley, Caden Strenz, Glenn Novak, your entire crew carrying the game tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Lots of fans in the stands. And October 3rd, 83 degrees for what is going to be the kickoff temp tonight. Got up into the 90s today. Been in the 90s all week. It's been too hot.
Yeah, but it should cool down for later in this game. Should be pretty good football weather. We've got very clear skies out today. We've got the Bombers to kick it away to start this game off.
Overall, a gorgeous evening in Macomb, Illinois. Both these teams facing off last year, going to overtime. Will tonight have that much anticipation, or will one team dominate the other? Find out right now here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. As Ben said, Farmington back to receive the opening kickoff. Fans are ready. Officials are just about ready. They are ready to go. Enjoy the action. Kickoff underway. Be returned from just inside the 20, making it towards the 30 and brought down. That is where the Farmers will start their opening drive.
Pretty good run there by Noah Fleming, the junior from Farmington, to get things started off.
So, here we go. Farmers taking the field. Their first offensive drive at their own 30-yard line. Saw the Bombers defense a few weeks ago when we were last here. An opening drive, pick 6 from Havens. We'll see if something like that may pop up here on the ground. And about a yard. 2nd and 9. Will Thomas with the tackle. 2nd and 8. They're going to give it a gain of 2 from Fleming. First pass of the game for Farmington. And lit up. That is Drew Watson getting him in the backfield.
Not a lot going on there. Had a guy in front of him and didn't see the guy behind him. It was a great effort by the Farmington's quarterback. I believe Travion Haroldson, the quarterback. But great effort by him to get over the first defender. Just didn't see that other one coming back and ends up being a tackle for loss.
3rd and 10, needing to get to the 40. Haroldson getting pressure. Quick pass complete. First down, Farmers. Past the 45. Nice play there. The completion, Jack Gronwald.
And that was actually the freshman Carson Noy out there playing quarterback right now.
Huge first down for the Farmers in the opening drive to keep it moving. Gain of 16. First and 10 from the 46. Toss to the right. Gain of about 4. They'll be right at the 49. 2nd and 7 coming up. Quick pass complete, but again, a minimal gain. 3rd down on the way.
Farmington's tried to make those passes behind the line to get a few short yards, but so far they've been able to only get negative yards or just barely get back to that line. And on both times it was for the Bombers, it was Drew Watson. They're making those tackles.
3rd and long again for Farmington. About 7, needing to get to the 44. Going for the deep ball, one-on-one overthrown. The intended target, Kronwald, and it's 4th down.
He was getting pretty well covered. It would have been pretty difficult to bring that one in anyways.
You'll see the Farmers punting unit come out. Kyler Norton on the coverage. And an opening drive punt for Farmington.
Got Drew Watson in the backfield to receive.
Good punt. Watson near the 20 and is just brought down right away. A load of Farmers on that one. The Bombers will start their drive inside the 20. Punt of about 35 yards or so.
Historically, in these past couple games, the Bombers' offense and defense have both been led by the same person in Drake May. He ranks number 19 in the state of Illinois for touchdowns, leads the team with 11. He's currently ranked number 3 in the state for total tackles. He had 73 before this game. Going to try to add on some more. But so far, we've seen Drew Watson make some big plays on defense, and we'll see if he's able to make some good ones on offense as well.
Oh, high snap, ball's out, and falling on it right away is Nupp. You know, sometimes that can happen on the first play of the game. It's a good thing that the Bombers, on their end at least, they were able to recover.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, not obviously one of the close to the worst way you can start off a drive, but you still got a few more plays. Farmington, you know, the defense hasn't played against you much yet, so both of you are still trying to figure out what does and doesn't work. You shake it off and get some yards.
2nd and long after that fumble. It's going to be a screen. Pass is complete. Trying to get those yards back. It'll be a 3rd and long for Macomb.
Yeah, they got back to just about where they started from. A little short.
Carter Havens with the first reception of the game on the Bombers' end. But again, as we said, short gain. After losing the yards on the first down fumble, it sets up a 3rd and long. Bombers trying to avoid the 3 and out.
Gotta imagine they're going to be looking to pass on this one. With about 11 yards to go, it's about your only option.
Oh, and they got the defense to jump and a half. Oh, man. That's going to be a free 5 yards. Encroachment. The defensive tackle, or the linebacker, excuse me, looked like the Farmers were bringing a blitz, and I think they got a little too antsy there, Ben.
Yeah, now it kind of opens up your options a little bit. Now you can try to run the ball with only about 6 yards to go, but passing's still always an option.
Blitz again. Keeper from Nup. Going to be short of the first down. Brought down prior to the 30.
It's about half a yard short, it looks like. Maybe the full yard.
Staying out there.
Yep, they're going to go for it.
4th and 1 is the official ruling, needing to get to about the 29. Nup going to sneak it. I don't know. They might have pushed him back.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Well, I don't know how the forward, if there's going to be any forward progress or if that's going to be enough.
Farmington claims it's a turnover, obviously. But that spot looks like he's got the first down. And he does. They are going to mark forward progress at the 30. That's more than enough. Need to get to 29 about, 29 and a half. So Bombers move the chains. A sports corner, first down, the first of the night for Macomb. That's big for them. They avoid the 4 and out. They avoid the prime field positioning for Farmington. And now you look to keep this drive going. Another high snap. This will be a handoff up the middle. First down and more. Past the 50. Past the 40, moving to the outside, inside the 20, and brought down out of bounds. A huge run from Drake May.
We've seen him perform a lot in past games. I was mentioning earlier how he leads this offense, and that's no exception there. I think that's his longest run of the season. His previous was, I think, 66 yards, and that was about a 70-yard run. He got out at about the 10.
Yeah, it looks like the 11 is the official spot. It's 1st and 10. That would be a 59-yard run. That handoff up the gut inside the 10, 2nd down.
I think 69-yard run because he started at the 30 going to the 10.
True. Math is hard, Ben.
It's okay.
Math is hard. Huge run from May, though. And near the goal line is Macomb. 2nd and 8. Another jump. Believe that was Farmington again.
Yep, that's what the side official called, and that's what the head official will call as well.
You know, they had that offsides on the 3rd and long. It was a 3rd and 6. They were able to get a 5-yard run, a 4th and 1. They convert, and then the explosive play happens. So 2 penalties, 2 offsides. This opening drive from Farmington, 2nd down for Macomb. Another high snap, another handoff for May, and
I think he's short.
Yeah, just short. Looked like he was going to get in with ease, but the Farmers' defense just stopping him like a brick wall. Believe that's a 1st down, though.
We'll see. Yes, 1st down.
So 1st and goal at the 1.
Wow, 4 plays to try and walk this one in and take the early lead.
One thing you want to avoid if you're Macomb is the false start penalties. The offsides don't mean much here on Farmington's end. Keeper. He is
I think
short.
He's in.
Is he? Short.
Nope.
They're going to call him short at about the quarter-yard line. That was close.
But just from what I can see here, I don't think you could be any closer.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get it on this play.
2nd down from the quarter of a yard line. Another keeper pushing in into the end zone. Touchdown, Bombers. Caden Nup with the score. 6-0 Macomb.
And that can be huge and what we expect to be a pretty close game like this one. Getting that early lead and having the opportunity to maintain it, never letting your opponent take the lead can be a huge momentum driver in a game with these two quality of teams.
So the Bombers will line up for the extra point to improve this lead to 7-0. What a start from the Bombers. They jumped again.
Yep, number 16 from the Farmers I saw this time.
2 players jumped, it looked like.
I saw
And the Farmers are jumping like crazy right now in this opening drive.
Yeah, I saw 16 for sure, Tommy Seaborn, and that looks like they're going to go for 2 now with better yardage. And try to get an even bigger lead.
Try to get that to 8-0 on this opening drive for Macomb. A few minutes left here in this first quarter. Shotgun formation on this 2-point try. Try to go up 8. Keeper again from Nupp, trying to fight his way in. Did he cross the plane?
No signal yet.
Looks like he's going to be short. And yeah, they will say he is short of the goal line, so the Bombers will come away with 6, not 8, not 7. But they're up 6-0 on an explosive run from Drake Man.
Yeah, that was his first carry of the night so far, and he took big advantage of that. We've seen the Bombers defense already been able to put in some good work in getting those stops, so we'll see what they're able to do on this drive, and maybe the Farmers will find a few plays in the playbook that start to work for them, and they can get adjusted and answer the call.
Both these teams playoff eligible as they've reached the 5-win mark, but obviously get some more wins while you're at it. Get yourself in there.
And in all honesty, this is probably going to be the game that decides the conference. They're the only 2 undefeated teams left in the conference, and one of those is going to take a loss.
Yep. This matchup going to overtime last year. Farmington did win that one. That was in Farmington. This one in Macomb. The Bombers with the first score of the game. They're ready to kick it away. See how the Farmers respond to this one. Their second offensive drive coming up. Kick is away. Be returned inside the 20. Juke move past the 30. Moving towards the outside near the 40 and brought down at the 42. A 24-yard return.
It's number 24 for the Farmers. That would be Noah Fleming, junior running back for the Farmers. Put up a good return the first time and an even better one the second time. Give them some good field position to start off this next drive.
So 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Farmington had 1 first down and then was forced to punt. Wasn't a bad punt. The Bombers actually had their opening drive inside the 20. Handoff, gain of about 2.
And flag on the play. I think they're going to get him for taunting.
They're going to get, that appears to be Caden Bollinger, the senior, 6'5", 225. There was some commotion after the play. You wondered if he was going to throw it or not. The official did. And now they're going to talk it over. Another penalty for Farmington.
So that's another avoidable penalty.
Yeah.
Made two neutral zone infractions and now this unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty is going to set them back a long ways, and that's not something you want to do to start your drive.
Nope. It's already 4 penalties for the Farmers in this first quarter. 3 offsides and now that unsportsmanlike post-play penalty.
Officials still talking about something.
So it's where the spot of the foul was, moving him 15 yards back. And that might be what they're talking about. They might try and move him back 3 more yards. Right now it's 1st and 22 with that foul occurring at about the 45. Looks like they're ready. Plays him at the 30. 1st and 22. After the long penalty. Going to be a pass. Airing it out once again. One-on-one. It is picked off. Nolan Hogue with the interception for Macomb. The one-on-one coverage. And it's a turnover for Farmington on their second drive.
It was just covered really well on that one. You got to have a near perfect pass to catch your receiver in stride. And unfortunately, that's not what Farmington was able to do. Ends up as an interception, and the Bombers end up in better field position than the first drive and look to make this a 2-score game.
About the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Now toss to the right. Not much there. Gain of about 1. Carter Havens with the run there. Martin with the tackle, 2nd and 9. Second and 9 from the 41. Quick pass to the outside. That's Watson. Past the 45, brought down at the 47. Gain of 6, 3rd and 3.
Got about 3.5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Still Bombers up 6-0.
3rd and short. Could be 4-down territory at midfield here for Macomb if they don't convert. High snap again. I've seen that a decent amount tonight and brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a 4th down.
We've seen them been able to convert before, but it looks like they're going to go for it again. This one longer than the last one, of course, but with the lead, they may be feeling a little bit better about themselves in terms of taking this chance.
4th and 4. Important to note, Farmington 3 offsides in the opening drive. They might try and draw them off here. Could be a hard count. Three linemen for the Farmers lined up. They are going. Quick pass, incomplete. Off balanced. The intended target from Havens. And it's a turnover on down for Macomb. So that interception is a 4 and out for Macomb.
Yeah, that's little effort from the defense, of course, to stop that, but it's almost equivalent to just having completed that pass, and now your offense has gotten a little bit of a break on the sidelines, and now this is the first time the Farmers have been within the 50-yard line, and we'll see what they're able to do with it.
46, Bombers territory to start this drive. Punt and pick so far tonight. It's a quarterback keeper. Gain of about 4. Jack Gronwald gains it there. 2nd down. Official gain was a 4, so 2nd and 6. Another keeper, Gronwald, past the 40, brought down at the 36, near the line to gain. Let's see. Might be just short, and they are. 3rd and about half a yard for the Farmers. Need to convert on this one here.
And you got a lot of options to do it. You got a quarterback that can go on his feet. You got a running back that's just as capable, or you can swing it out to one of your wide receivers. Got a lot of options.
Gronwald will keep it. Has the first down. Brought down at about the 32. So the Farmers do convert. It's 1st and 10 at the 31. First and 10 from the 31. Gronwald, a run on all 3 plays. Will they continue that pattern here? Yep, they will. Past 25, past 20, first down Farmers inside the red zone all the way to the 15. The Gronwald run is paying off so far here in this drive. 1st and 10 at the 15.
And that was a good job to find the hole there. The Bombers sent 7 men rushing at him and 1 as a spy. Impressive to find the hole and get through that line and get some yardage.
1st and 10. Juggled snap. Another keeper for Gronwald. Not sure if that was by design. If that was the original plan. They gained 4, though, nonetheless. They'll move him back to the 12. 2nd and 7. That's all it's been this drive is Gronwald. Literally. Keeper, keeper, keeper. And again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Horn goes off. First quarter comes to a close. 6-0 Bombers over the Farmers. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, Macomb High Sports, presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Second and 7 for the Farmers. Second quarter is just about to begin here. Past the 10, brought down at the 9. Another keeper from Grobewald. 3rd and 4. Think they keep it again here, Ben?
With how well it's been working, I don't see why not. It's been what's gotten them downfield, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Gronwald will keep it, needing to get to the 6. He's near that first down marker. And let's see. This is close.
He's going to be short.
4th and about a yard. Need to get to the 5.
They're going to go for it as well.
I think another Gronwald keeper here. 4th and 1. Big play here. Another keeper. Has the first down. Has the touchdown. Grovewald finds the hole to the left and ties the score at 6.
No one opposing him on that one. He just waltzed his way into the end zone for Farmington's first touchdown. Pending the extra point, they will take the lead in this matchup.
Able to convert on 4th down. And coming away with the score, 6-6 extra point for the lead. I think we have a false start. Farmers want it to be on the Bombers. Officials are going to come and communicate.
Farmers sure think it's on the Bombers.
So it'd be half the distance. And you could see a 2-point try here.
Yeah, that's what we saw with the Bombers on their touchdown attempt, and they failed to convert. We'll see if this remains a tie game or if the Farmers will take the 2-point lead.
So, now the 2-point try for the lead. Keeper, he is in. Farmers take the lead, 8-6. Gronwald doing it all himself as the Farmers have an 8-6 lead. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to all area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and staff show you why MDH has been voted the best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and 20. With 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Farmers have the lead, 8-6 your score early in the second quarter. Thanks to everyone tuning in tonight. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Many may argue this is the IHSA game of the day, game of the night, whichever one you want to call it. They're ready to kick it away. First kickoff on the Farmers' end tonight. You'll see the return, a short kick just at about the 30, near midfield. Be brought down at the 45, return of about 16. Good field positioning for Macomb.
I don't know if that was intended to be an onside kick or a squib kick, but it just kind of rolled downfield and just kept rolling before finally taking a stopping bounce. And by that point, the Bombers had plenty of time to recover that one and take it downfield.
So 1st and 10 from the 44. For Macomb as they look to respond after the touchdown and 2-point conversion from Farmington. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Stuffed at the line. Farmers defense heating up here.
May have to see a transition for the Bombers. Start throwing some over the air or try to get some read options that are starting to work, because so far both May and Nupp are both very capable runners, but the Farmers have been able to stop both of them so far.
2nd and 9. Gain of about half a yard. Nupp handoff to May at the 49. Gain of 4. 3rd and manageable coming up here. Think they keep it on the ground here, Ben?
I don't know. I mean, you had that big run by Drake May at the start, but as of late, the Farmers have been looking pretty good against the run game. I'd put it over there, and with 4 receivers out, it kind of looks like what they're going to try to do.
Yeah. They're down, need to get to the 46. Quick pass, and that is overthrown. Once again, Haven's the intended target. That was kind of what we saw on 4th down, and they didn't convert their last drive.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see the punting unit come out here.
They tried that quick pass on both times, and both times it was just behind the receiver.
So the Bombers go 3 and out. They're going to play the field positioning game here. Did not their last drive and gave up 8. So definitely that could impact the decision there on this 4th and medium. Had about a 35, 40-yard punt the last time. Plenty of time to punt this one, and it's off and away. And that will take a Bomber roll about the 25. Farmers will start their drive there with a 2-point lead. With locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to. Scrolled way too far down. Go-to for your next car in Macomb on East Jackson Street. Stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ronlb.com to check out their inventory. Macomb had a ton of momentum to start this game. Farmington has snatched it back. They're up 8-6. They have the possession here at their own 25. All Gronwald in the last drive as well, and he's going to keep it here to the outside. Bombers defense gives up about 2. I think that's going to be your key here to prevent the bleeding. If you're already chasing 2 in the second quarter, you got to stop Growald.
Yeah, that last play, as far as I can remember, I can't remember any play where Gronwald didn't run it himself. Yeah. So we'll see if the Bombers can figure out some way to stop him, and hopefully for them sooner rather than later.
Some movement here. Believe that this one is coming back.
Yep.
So your 2nd and 8 turns into a 2nd and 13. And once again, the 5-yard penalties are here to bite Farmington. 5th of the game compared to Macomb's 1 so far. Macomb had a offsides as well on the extra point attempt, just like Farmington did, and just like both teams did not convert on the 2-point, or excuse me, Macomb did not convert, Farmington did. Interesting setup here, heavy right side, and I think, yeah, we're going to have a timeout called here by Macomb, their first of the half. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today, 309-833-2852, and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. Located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. And something we haven't said a whole lot tonight, Sports Corner First Downs. Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi. 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. The tenderloin sandwich is my go-to when I go to Sports Corner. Have you been there?
I have not, but I will be there on Tuesday for their trivia night.
Oh, that's good.
This Tuesday.
That is good. They've got some good food. And again, the tenderloin is my go-to. So, there you go. Out of the timeout, Gronwald stuffed. Minimal gain, getting those yards back in the penalty.
And yeah, I'd imagine the timeout by the Bombers was to figure out how to handle that play. I know that Gronwald has been keeping it every single time, and they're just kind of wondering, what do we do against this? Because if he does swing it out, he's got 4 people blocking him, but if he runs it, you don't have your full force of the defense to help stop him. So he can easily make a breakaway pass. He's just got to get past those defenders.
Heavy left. It's a quick pass. It's complete but contested and brought down at the 32. That completion on the Farmers' end going to Landon Crawford. It's 4th down, and they're staying on the field. It's 4th and 4. They are going for it. A gutsy call in the second quarter, up only 2. And in their own territory, and they're going to try to go for it. Maybe a hard count. Huge play if they decide to go for it here. I have a hard time thinking they're going to do that, and they do call timeout. Trying for a hard count. Farmington will use the timeout. You know, something from what we've seen in terms of how this game is where it is, the field positioning. Farmington was able to go down the field and score, but they were already at about halfway there at midfield after forcing the turnover. Now, granted, Macomb's touchdown was an 80-plus yard drive with an explosive play from Drake May, but you'd rather let Macomb beat you than beat yourselves, and you've kind of seen that a little bit on both sides here in this first half. See if they want to go for it again here, if they're going to punt.
Still got the quarterback out there, so we'll see.
This is a big play here if they decide to go for it. Need 4 yards.
At 6.5 minutes. Got 6.5 minutes left, so they'd still have. The Bombers would still have plenty of time to try and make something happen.
In punt formation. Who knows, though? Maybe they'll fake it. They get the punt away. That's a good one. About the 22. Punt really couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah. Good effort by Watson. He saves maybe a yard or 2 for the Bombers, but yeah, just about a picture-perfect punt that makes its way down the sidelines and just barely stays in to gain a few more yards for your defense to work with.
Their own 22 for this drive. About just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. 8-6. Farmers in front at halftime. We'll give you the scores from around the region. That coming up at half. 8-6 your score, though. Both teams undefeated. 5-0. Little jet pass to the outside. Minimal gain. That was Watson.
You know, we saw in their last home game a few jet sweeps drawn up for Watson to be able to put up some good yards in the past, but this Farmington defense has been ready for almost any run play so far, aside from that big Drake May run in the first quarter. They've got things figured out pretty well.
I want to say hello to Jason Arthur watching in the stream. Hope you're enjoying the contest here. I know that we are. Good game so far. Once again, that one might have lost a yard. Third and long coming up for Macomb. That's a loss of 2 officially on the TFL. So 3rd and long for Macomb. I mean, what do you do here? Kind of backed up.
I mean, you haven't had the run game going for probably the last 5 to 10 plays. The Farmers have been able to stop them all. Doesn't look like they're lining up to pass. Maybe a trick play of some sort, but we got a timeout called by the Bombers.
Yeah.
Bombers.
Yeah, they're going to use their second of the half. They're down to 1 here with just about 5 to play. face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin, State Farm Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today. 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. 1 timeout left for Macomb, 2 left for Farmington. It's a 3rd and 11 coming up for the Bombers. Looks like homecoming court is at half.
And it sounds like, as of right now, they're announcing homecoming float results as well.
Ooh, that's always a big one.
Well, the Bombers still in the same lineup as they were before the timeout.
Seniors win the float contest for Macomb tonight. That's going to be a deep ball separation. Incomplete. Intended target, Drew Watson, and the Bombers will have to punt away here.
Kind of question anytime the seniors win any homecoming event, you kind of question on whether that was really that, or if maybe there was a little rigging going on. You never know sometimes.
My sophomore year, we won our float contest. As a sophomore. Not even upperclassmen. So, I don't know. Definitely there's bias towards the seniors, obviously.
The sophomores did win my homecoming week battle of the classes.
Really? There you go.
We only did that for 2 years. We were the first senior group to lose that.
Oof.
So that wasn't fun.
That punt is blocked. The Farmers block the punt and are in the red zone. Don't know who had a hand on that.
Yeah,
The Bombers will come off the field, and the Farmers are in prime position to take a 2-score lead.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell who got a hand on that one either, but either way, big play for the Bombers to set them up in the red zone.
That's going to be a 1st and goal from the 10. Oh, man, a turn of events here in the second quarter on the Farmers' end. They're picking up all the momentum, doing everything right compared to the first quarter. 1st and goal. The outside, pushing his way in. Touchdown, Farmers.
Off the first drive, after that blocked punt, just a little over 4 minutes left to play, and the Bombers separate them out, or not the Bombers, excuse me, the Farmers separate themselves out to a 2-score game.
Still have to kick the extra point. 14-6, your score right now.
And should they get this extra point, that makes it a excuse me, still 2-score, not 3. That was to make it a 2-score game.
And it's good. So, a blocked punt. Farmers cash in on the first play. They're up 15-6 in the second quarter with a few minutes to go. We'll take a short break. Back after this, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, X-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
$15 unanswered for the Farmers. They're up 2 scores in this second quarter. Biggest question is going to be is how are the Bombers going to respond to what has been a 15-0 run. That's a high kick. And it will be picked up by the Bombers. They've got some decent field positioning here. That's Cameron Keene with the recovery. Be their own 44 to start this drive. Ever since the Drake May 69-yard rush, there just hasn't been too much happening here on the Bombers' side. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. That is a Sports Corner first down and more. May to the outside, past the 30, near the sideline, in the red zone. Breaks a tackle inside the 10. Drake May with his second explosive run of the half. 1st and goal.
Drake May's been the biggest part of this offense so far. Had of course the big run for the Bombers' first touchdown, and now sets them up in good field position to try and get their second.
47 yards on that run. 1st and goal, Macomb. Drake May. Past the 5. Near the 3. Gain of 6.
Bombers got about 3 minutes to work with, so plenty of time for their field position.
Be a gain of 5. They'll put him down at the 4. 2nd and goal. 4 to go for Macomb. Handoff. Drake May brought down behind the line. Loss of 3. 3rd and goal coming up. That tackle from Noah Passmore.
And big play coming up here, and not necessarily an easy call either. Drake May had 2 good plays before getting tackled for loss, so with 8 yards to go, you could almost go either way on what you want to call. But any way you look at it, it's not going to be an easy position to work with.
3rd and goal. Needs 7 to get in. Quick pass, and that is incomplete into no man's land in the end zone. 4th and goal. So now you have a decision of what you want to do here. Do you want to take your 3? Do you want to go for 6? Sure looks like they're going for 6. I don't blame them. You do need 7 yards, though. It's 4th and long. They're going to go for it. Nupp lines up in the huddle and tries to make this a one-score game. Big play here on both sides. 4th and goal. They got him to jump half the distance to the goal. It'll remain 4th down. But that makes this 4th down a little bit shorter. Put them in between the 4 and 3, about the 3.5 yard line.
A much more manageable distance. Now you've got a much bigger chance at trying to do something on the ground, but well, you still do have that option to go over there, of course, always.
Timeout going to be called. No idea who just called that timeout.
Looks like the Bombers.
That'll be their last timeout. Yeah, they're out of timeouts now. Late in this first half.
Got just over 2 minutes to play, it looks like.
See it a lot better than I can. I don't know how you're saying that.
2.5.
2.5? There we go. Got that giant pole blocking my sight. 4th and 3.5. I think Drake May's got to be the guy here, Ben.
Yeah, he's been the only one to find real good success on the ground. We already know that Nupp can perform on the ground. They're a really good pair, especially on read option plays. But as of right now, Drake May's been the biggest problem for Farmington so far. So I'd agree with you. I'd imagine that he's going to be who they look towards for this play here.
End zone or bust. 4th and goal. Inside the 5. Rolling out to his left. Nupp, he's going to fire. Incomplete. Broken up It's a turnover on downs for the Farmers. Watson, the intended target, he is frustrated. And rightfully so, the Bombers, after a 49-yard rush from May, come away empty-handed.
We really haven't seen much promising in terms of the passing game. Not much has been really in the general vicinity of most receivers, not even giving them a chance to pull it in. So Bombers probably going to have to rely on the run game unless they can get things figured out in the second half.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have the scorers from all around the region. And so much more. We'll take a look at upcoming schedules for both sides. Gain of about 1 on the ground there, 2nd and 9. Again, Bombers are out of timeouts, so nothing they can do to stop this clock. I feel like if you're Farmington, you just let this clock run, but they're hurrying up here. They might try to get some points here. They're very backed up. It's the only problem. Run to the outside and getting brought down about the 10. Could have been a big play. Had the tackle been broken up. Braden Brewer.
And one thing you don't want to do as Farmington is turn this ball over.
Yeah.
Give the Bombers another chance to redeem themselves and make this a one-score game.
3rd and 3. Going to be a keeper. I don't know if he got it.
I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Man, that's just so interesting. Like, the Farmers went pretty quick on those 3 plays. And now all of a sudden you have a 4th and 1. You don't convert this. You're giving the Bombers prime position to get something going here. There's still over a minute left in this first half. They kind of didn't. Stoppage here for a measurement, as the Farmers want that measurement. But just over 2 minutes left in the first half. You have 3 consecutive runs, and you only take about a minute off the clock.
I think they're going to get it, though. We'll see.
Might be able to escape that.
Yep, they're going to get that first down, so fortunate for them.
Yeah. And hey, maybe that gives you more plays to try and go down the field and make something happen. But again, they are backed up.
Yeah,
still inside the 20.
They do have a minute 16 left,
Yeah.
and with no timeouts to the Bombers, they can just keep this one on the ground and run this clock out if they choose.
Yeah. 2 timeouts from Farmington, which again just makes it even more interesting as to how these decisions have been made. Got a heavy right side here. 3 receivers on the right. Throwing. Fires it up. Double coverage. And it is caught. Mossed just prior to the 50. Landon Crawford.
That's a great catch out there. I mean, I wouldn't have told anyone to pass this with just over a minute to play. You've got the lead. I would definitely be expecting just keep it on the ground and run out this clock, but the Farmers have other ideas as they throw that into double coverage, and you somehow are able to come down with it.
I mean, Crawford was in front of it. You saw both Bomber defenders kind of behind Crawford. Typically not a good sign when that happens if you're a defender. And it turns out that is exactly what transpired. A big completion there of just under 30 yards. From Gronwald to Crawford. 1 timeout remaining for Farmington, as they just used their second. As we said moments ago, Macomb out of timeouts. 15-6. Farmington in front. Bombers will receive the second half kickoff. Important to note as well. So out of the timeout, once again, heavy right side stacked up. 3 receivers. 1st and 10 from the 43. Farmers trying to pick up another score before half. This is going to be a deep throw. Hit as he throws. It's caught. Past the 40. Brought down at the 38. That ball stayed in the air a long time. It's Crawford again. The Farmers are going to hurry up. No huddle offense. Another big pass. That one hit while he threw it. 1st and 10. Clock is running. Past the 40. Might be a free play. Pass is incomplete. I couldn't tell if there was a jump there on the Bombers' defense. Doesn't look like it. Close, but they just had the perfect jump.
Yep, the Bombers got a good jump on that, able to keep good pressure, forced to throw it out of bounds, but two good passes even on that last one, that last reception. Being able to throw a somewhat accurate pass after getting hit, got just over 30 seconds left to play.
2nd down. Rolling out to his left. He's going to make the off-balance throw. It is intercepted, but was he in? He was not. Incomplete. That was Watson. There was a collision on that end. He might be down. Believe he is still down. That is big, and that is not good for Macomb to have Watson hurt on that collision.
Not sure what quite happened, but judging just by the fact they took the helmet off, I'd say he had a head-on collision with something. Worst case scenario, I guess not worst case scenario, but possible concussion coming from that, just from what I could tell based off of his movements, or lack thereof. Maybe concussion, may just be that he got banged up big and needs to take a second to himself.
Bombers faithful holding their breath right now. Watson down near the goal line. Both teams taking knees. Significant injury here, a silent crowd right now. We'll take a moment. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. Keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions. So I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
Well, good news is, at least on Watson's end, he's able to get up. He's off the field. Was grabbing his shoulder as he was heading off. Just under 28 seconds to play here in the first half. Meanwhile, the Farmers are threatening.
Good thing about Watson, he's over on the sideline getting a drink of water. He's not getting checked out, so looks like minor injury, if anything.
Pass is caught, but incomplete. Foot was out of bounds. That was Gronwald, the intended target. You'll have 3rd down here for Farmington. You see Noy throwing here. Gronwald mainly used for his legs behind center. Gonna be another pass. Gonna keep it short. Screen play. 1st down. Brought down near the 21.
Another injured Bomber, it looks like.
Yeah. So this clock's going to stop again. It's in the secondary for Macomb. Another injury. It's a 16-yard completion. You can't tell who's down, obviously, from our vantage point on this play.
It's Watson again.
Oh, man. He's getting banged up here right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got hit on that play. He just seemed to go down towards the end of that play. So maybe his prior injury flared something up.
Yeah, hopefully it
Adrenaline
wasn't
ran out or something.
Re-aggravation or something. We've got another break. 15-6 Farmers.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans.
Watson able to get up once again. Coming off the field. First down for the Farmers. So they're near the red zone here. 15 seconds to go in this first half. Movement here. Didn't see any linemen move, and yeah, the Bombers moved. Be a 5-yard penalty. That'll move them into the red zone.
And tried to get the jump on that one, just a little too early on that one. Give the Farmers a little better field position with 14.9 seconds left.
16-yard line. 1st and 5. Nearly gets sacked. Throws it into the end zone. Intercepted! Bombers force the red zone stop. Kyler Norton with the pick. Bombers will have it at their own 20. Norton, this moment, saves it from being a 3-score game.
And Bombers have about 8 seconds trying to make something happen. Watson is back out there, so
no timeouts either. Not that that would mean much with 8 seconds left.
yeah, it's good to see Watson still able to be in this game.
They're going to kneel. So, both teams 5-0 coming into this one. We're halfway through one. Halfway in this one, Farmers 15, Bombers 6. Interesting first half. Bombers had the opening score. Farmers with the last 15. Bombers will receive the second half kickoff. It's halftime here. 15-6 your score. Both teams 5-0. And we will take our halftime interview break featuring Dwayne Hulett and an MDH interview. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year, as I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So, what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH. Very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan, I think, supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that,
okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
The MDH Community Pharmacy in Macomb is open 7 days a week, including extended hours on the weekdays for your convenience. Our team is available to answer questions about all your medications. and we offer free local home deliveries. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare, and most insurance plans are accepted. McDonough District Hospital, your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
It's hard to stop a train.
The Tumble Fresh option keeps clothes in the washer fresh with periodic tumbling until they're ready for the dryer. Finish laundry in under an hour with a 25-minute quick wash and 30-minute timed dry in the matching dryer. Whirlpool. Everyday care.
Now we welcome you back in. Now we still got a little bit of time left to go in half. Still about 12 and a half minutes left in halftime. We got band performing on screen. We'll talk a little bit about what's been going on so far in this game, in case you haven't been able to see the whole thing. And then when Caden gets back, we'll go over some scores in other games around the conference as well. We've seen this game start off with the Bombers sort of coming out hot. They allowed one early first down by the Farmers, but then forced them to punt, and then about 68-yard run by Drake May put them into really good field position downfield. And then after that, it kind of slowed down for the Bombers, and the Farmers ended up taking a lot of that momentum with them. They would go on to score 15 unanswered points, and they almost had another one there in the last few plays of this drive coming out the second half if it wasn't picked off by the Bombers. But we've seen early on a lot of mistakes by the Farmers, as well as they had 3 early encroachment penalties and that unsportsmanlike conduct that really sort of situated how that first few plays were going to tie out. Any good advancement that the Farmers made was offset by a penalty of one of theirs. So good to see them sort that out as they kept on going back, though. Something that could have been very costly for them had they kept that up, and may have changed what this game looks like. In terms of the Bombers, they've really not been having a whole lot going. They started off, of course, with a early touchdown, but their passing game hasn't been that exceptional. They haven't really gotten anything going on with passing. I don't think they have even one completed pass, or if it is, it was a tackle down for loss. So something that's definitely going to need to improve for the Bombers, especially on 3rd or 4th and long, and those really important situations where getting that is the difference from tying the game to being down by 2 or 3 scores. That's something that the Bombers are going to have to work on, is getting that pass game going. And on top of that, their run game has been what's been running this game, but even still, it hasn't been looking too good for them either. The Bombers have only really had 2 good running plays happen, both of them made by Drake May. The first one, that 68, 70-yard run that he had early on in the first quarter, that allowed the Bombers to march it downfield and to get their first touchdown. The second one got them into good field position, but they weren't able to finish that out and ended up turning over, and they let the Farmers march downfield, and it almost cost them luckily for them, they were able to get that interception in the end zone and just take a need to send it into halftime. But real costly mistakes going on by both teams. Both teams having some things that they'll need to fix themselves as well. Neither team's being perfect so far. But whichever team figures out how to fix their problem at halftime, it is going to take a pretty large command of this second half. And they're gonna put a pretty good name for themselves to win this game. And as mentioned before, both of these teams are the only two undefeated still left in Lincoln Trail Prairie Land large conference. They're most likely fighting for that conference title. So far, we'll go ahead and get you some scores so far in other games. If I can pull this up, because Caden is still not returned yet. We've got just about 7-8 minutes left, still in halftime. 2 is homecoming week for the Bombers. So they've still got a good amount of festivities after this. They've, of course, we'll have the dance tomorrow. Scores from elsewhere around in conference. We've got Illini West and Knoxville. Illini West currently has the lead, 22-8. They're in quarter 3 right now. And then EBHS versus Hamilton Warsaw. EBHS is up 20-16. They're also in the third quarter. Excuse me. That's Elmwood Brimfield Co-op versus Hamilton Warsaw Co-op. Both teams scoreless so far in the third quarter. But again, Elmwood Brimfield is up 20-16 in the third quarter. And then we've also got Bureau Valley versus Lewiston Cuba Spoon River Valley. No score has been put up for them, but their game is in progress. And then, of course, the last conference game is what you're tuning into right now. Farmington versus Macomb. Current score 15-6 in favor of the Farmers. We'll go ahead and we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, hopefully Caden will be with me, but we'll have some more football to play.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
hard to stop a train. It's hard to stop a train.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. Keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions, so I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. Keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions, so I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Art Purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential. With
Second half is just about to begin between the Farmers and the Bombers. The Farmers of Farmington, the Bombers of Macomb. Ben Wamsley, Caden Struns, Glenn Novak, your entire crew for tonight. Glenn on the camera, Ben McCullough, and Caden here on the play-by-play duties tonight. Both teams 5-0. Second half is ready to begin. The Bombers will receive 15 consecutive points for the Farmers, as brought them to this 2-score advantage. The kickoff in the second half is underway. Start the drive from their own 39. So, second half for the Bombers, what do you think needs to give here for them to get back into this game, Ben?
The Bombers need to find something that works consistently. You can hand it off to Drake May and hope he's able to put up some big performances like he has, but the run game with both May and Nupp has been fairly inconsistent, and you haven't really got anything going over the air, so you got to find something that works and keep pressing it into the Farmers and until they figure out how to stop it and just take full advantage of it and try to bring this down to a one-score game.
It's a handoff to May, going to lose yards right away, and that's something that you saw in the first half. You saw 2 explosive runs, a 49-yard rush, a 69-yard rush. That's a total of 118 yards. 117 total rushing yards, 9 carries. So the other 7 carries have resulted in negative yards, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and you know that's exactly what I was just talking about is you can have those big runs, but you've also got times where you lose yards, like on this play. You just got to find something in the playbook that the Farmers aren't ready for that you can use.
One-on-one separation was given from Norton, but it was overthrown. So tried to look for something there, but
yeah, and
close.
I applaud them for trying that out. That's probably the best pass we've seen so far, even if it wasn't brought in. But just nothing really working, and usually if you can't come out of halftime with something working, it's going to be even more difficult to find something working once you've already started playing.
3rd and long on the opening drive here in the second half. Bombers need to get to the 49. It's a handoff on 3rd down, not a whole lot there, just past the 40. It's a 4th down. And let's see, Bombers punting unit will come out.
You know, looking to the other side, if you're the Farmers, you want to do exactly what you just did here. Hold the offense, maintain your lead, capitalize on offense. We know that that the Farmers' running game is something that's so far seemed unstoppable for them, and just keep on abusing that and march it downfield, try to get yourself a little bit more padding and maintain this lead.
Do get the punt off, was blocked once in the first half. This does take a Bomber roll. It's going to be picked up at about the 15. Going to get some yards back at about the 25. That is Gronwald, who is brought down for the Farmers. So they force the 3 and out, and they will take possession here with a 9-point lead. 11-yard return after picking it up at the 15, 1st and 10 from the 26. What do we have here?
Don't see any flags. Looks like a scoreboard error, maybe.
Clock might have been running.
Perhaps.
1st and 10 from their own 26. Farmers start their first drive of the half with a quick pass, and that is incomplete. Trevor Fry, the intended target. Second down. Looked like a bubble screen kind of deal, or an RPO. Didn't work. Second and 10. Handoff up the gut. We'll bring up a third and long. Fleming on the carry.
For the sake of the Bombers, it's good to see that they've finally been able to put a stop to this run game. Coming out of half, we'll see if they're able to maintain it. Only 2 plays to prove themselves so far, but as of right now, it's been looking pretty good.
Third and 10. Noise. Pass is caught. First down and more. Down to the 20, near the 10. Spin move. Brought down out of bounds at the 11.
There was a flag in the backfield, though. I'm not sure. Whitecap staying back there.
Yeah, got a call to come back. That's a hold. Landon Crawford had the reception, but it's not going to mean much. That hurts for Farmington. An offensive hold. And now, what was a third and 10 will be a third and about 20. Man, that really hurts for Farmington. But
yeah, you just had a big passing play. Farmington, been a little bit better on the pass game than the Bombers, but still nothing too pretty so far. Aside from those last couple of plays in the second quarter to march them downfield with little time left. But you take what should have been a pass taken to the red zone, a wide open pass to the red zone.
64-yard completion.
And now you're back at about your own 15 with even more yards to go. You're 20 yards from the first down, and you've got a lot of work to do.
Third and 20, Noy. Rolls to his left, fires, and incomplete. Once again, Crawford the intended target. That'll force a Farmers punt. So the penalty hurts him. Takes away what would have been a 64-yard completion.
So both teams end up going 3 and out, and neither offense really been able to jump start in the second half. Bombers will get a chance to try again, but only impressive thing we've seen out of an offense is that pass, but it just got called back, so.
Yeah. Dude, just get the punt off. Near the 45. And it will be about the 44. Bombers will start this drive here near midfield. So good field positioning once again. They got to do something with it, though, Ben.
Yeah, and we saw an attempted pass that didn't work. We saw some runs that didn't work. I'm not sure what the Bombers have left in their playbook, but they need to call something different, or something that worked in the past that maybe we didn't catch up on, and just find something to get yourself downfield, because right now the Farmers' defense has been all over you.
Another handoff to May, gain of about 2. Not much there. 47-yard line, second down. Farmers' defense is just locking everything down right now.
And for all we know, maybe the Bombers don't have anything left in the playbook, and they're just going to keep on handing it off to May and see if he can make something happen like he's done before. But so far, it's not looked too great for the Bombers.
Second and 8. Keeper, Nup. About a yard and a half, 2 more yards. Third and 6. Be an official gain of 2. Third and medium for Macomb.
I will say you got to give credit to the Farmington defense too. I believe Drake May came into this game averaging about 8 yards per carry, a little less than that, and they've been so far been able to maintain him to about 2 yards per carry, aside from his 2 big breakaways.
(15-6), 3rd and 6, Macomb. Early on in this third quarter. Up takes the snap, screen pass, caught Norton, and he is going to be brought down past the 50 at the 49. It's a 4th down coming up for Macomb.
And the Bombers just had too many defensive players to block effectively on that screen pass, and it just falls through, and they make minimal gain on that.
Gotta bring out the punting unit here about the field positioning here in the second half, and really that's just all you can do if you're Macomb.
Yeah, you'd have to have a generational talent kicker to kick this one for a field goal, and you get too many yards to take this comfortably to try for a first down, converting on 4th, so punting's about your only option.
Another issue with scoreboard, but now we're ready to resume. 4th down. Bombers will punt it away. That one nearly gets blocked again. It might have got tipped. Nonetheless, they'll go to the 23. And that is where Farmington start the second drive. It's a battle of punts here in this third quarter. Both teams with 1 so far.
Got about 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Farmington is just about chewing the clock. First and 10 from about the 23, excuse me. Handoff nowhere. 2nd and long. It was Brewer on the carry.
Ended up being a tackle for a loss of about a yard on that one.
Homecoming night in Macomb, Friday, October 3rd. 2 squads head to toe. Battle of the defenses right now. Keeper out of bounds. Past the 25. Groenwald, and it's 3rd down. Third and 9 coming up for Farmington. Again, it's just foul the leader at this point. If you're Macomb, you've had 2 offensive stops. You need to respond with 2 defensive stops. 3rd and 9. Fans on their feet. Hoping to get a defensive stop and the football back. Noy is going to fire it in the air. That is caught! 1st down and more! Brought down. Shoestring tackle. And the biggest offensive play of the night for Farmington in the air. Boston Smith with a conversion.
Finally able to get something to happen in this third quarter. We already saw one big pass get taken back, but no flags on this one. This one will stand. And just a good job finding the open man downfield and putting it to him.
Flipping the field. And at the 27. 1st and 10. Groenwald keeps it. Nice 1st down gain. About 3.
An injured farmer on the field, number 8. That
Crawford.
Yeah, Landon Crawford.
Not good for them. Crawford had that 64-yard reception earlier that was called back for a hold. We're going to take a short break while Crawford's down. We'll be back. 15-6, Farmington.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Out of the timeout, Crawford is able to get up on his own and head off to the field, or head off to the sideline. Second down for Farmington here after the gain of 4. Gronwald, keeper, near the line to gain. I think he just got past it. Let's see where they spot him. And we're near the line, about half a yard short.
Yeah, I'd say.
No, they're going to
give
move
him
it.
the first down.
They're going to move it. First down, Farmington. I figured that he just got over the line to gain. So now in the red zone goes Farmington as they look to potentially make this a 3-score game. They need 8 for that to happen.
Got just about 5 minutes left in this third quarter, so plenty of time to make something happen.
Handoff. Breaks a tackle down past the 15. At about the 13-yard line. Kyle Miller. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down and 6 for Farmington. False start, I believe, was called here. So that'll move Farmington back 5. It wastes the first down gain of 4 from Miller. 2nd and 11 is coming up. Important to note as well, Watson, as we were talking about during the break, is not out there right now.
Yeah, I don't see him on the side, at least his jersey number on the sidelines as well, so he might be out for the rest of this game.
Not a great sign there if you're Macomb. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully it's all just precautionary measures. 2nd and 11. Handoff. Excuse me, Gronwald.
Maybe get a yard or two.
Yeah.
If any.
Inside the 20. May on the tackle. Third down coming up. Need to get to about the 8. Timeout's going to be used by Farmington. So their first of the half, they have 2 left. Keene Family Chiropractic with locations in Bushnell and Macomb support Bushnell-Prairie City Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. To set up an appointment, call 309-837-MyDC. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Farmers use their first time out of the half. 2 remaining. Amidst this 3rd and 10. Bombers defense looking to bend, not break. Need to get to the 8. 3rd down. Gronwald. Gonna fire it in the air. Intercepted. Bombers force a 3rd pick of the night. Gonna try and return this back. He's back towards the 50. Back towards the 40. And brought out of bounds at the 38. And they're gonna call that flag for unnecessary roughness, I believe, on the Farmers.
Looks like it might have been a face mask or a horse collar too, but we'll wait and see what they call.
It's going to add 15 to the end of the play, and the Bombers flip the script with another defensive turnover.
I will say there was, I don't know what happened down there, I wasn't able to see, but there was a Farmers player on the ground back there. I don't know if he got tripped up and was looking for a call, and I don't think they're going to overturn it, otherwise they would have thrown a flag back there.
Officials taking a long time conversating with this one. 3rd interception of the night on the Bombers' defensive side. 2 thrown from Noy. Now the first one of the night from Gronwald. This could be a post play or potentially added on to the end of the play. It's a 62-yard interception return.
Yeah, nothing signaled so far. Yep.
2 penalties.
Unnecessary roughness and a personal foul. I think.
15-yard penalty on at the end of the day. The Bombers cheering their fans on right now. That's a huge play on the Bombers' defensive side. This puts them right back in the game just when you thought that the Farmers were threatening to make it a 3-score game. They do the exact opposite. They flip the field in a way that you did not envision if you're Farmington.
No, not at all. And you know, we haven't seen the Bombers be that great against the passing game so far. They've been all right, but to get that interception, take it so far downfield, and on top of that penalty, puts you in great field position.
And a nice 1st down run from Drake May. Second and 3, gain of 7. What do we have here?
Timeout
from Farmington. Farmington using their 2nd timeout here in just about as many minutes. Bombers are fired up here. 15-6, back in 30 seconds.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us.
2nd and 3. for the Bombers in the red zone. Looking to get into the end zone. Nupp keeps it. Not much there. Farmers defense imploding.
There's a flag on that play. Late flag, I should say.
What could this be?
That flag was thrown after the whistle was blown. I'm not sure what they're going to call here. I didn't see anything.
Neither did
So
I.
can't say for certain. We'll have to wait and see.
There's no gain on that play. Let's hear the call. It's a personal foul on the Farmers. Another penalty. It's an automatic first down for Macomb. That's half the distance. They'll take that.
It's 2 personal fouls in 3 plays. Made by the Farmers. Late hit was the call. So
I don't know where. It might have been off our shot here. It might have been off our vantage point.
yeah, so even better field position
Yeah.
for the Bombers. 1st and goal.
About the 10. Handoff to the outside. That is Havens who takes out the ref. Gotta hope he's okay. That was a clear shot. Got him near the knee. Gain of about 3. Man, he just got his knee taken out completely.
Looks like he's going to walk that one
He's
off.
gonna walk that one off. Not a great feeling, obviously. It's a gain of 2 officially. 2nd and goal from the 8. You're an official. Has that happened to you before, Ben?
I've never been run into before, no. I've had a lot of people disagree with me. Nobody's ever come for me yet.
It's good.
Have
Can't be losing you.
Have had to give out some technicals, but no one's fought me yet.
2nd and goal from the 8. Handoff up the gut. Moving to the outside, inside the 5. It'll be a 3rd and about 4 coming up for Macomb. Man, this is a huge play coming up. May on the carry, getting 4 yards.
And being down by 3, you of course want to just convert this and not even have to ask this question, but if you don't convert here, do you go for it being so close, or do you kick that field goal knowing that you're going to have to make a second score anyways?
This is no doubt 4-down territory, in my mind at least. You haven't gone down here very often. 3rd and goal from the 4. Nupp, handoff, brought down. No gain on the play. 4th down coming up. When the Farmers defense has needed to come through, they have. Now you've got a 4th down coming up, and they are going to bring out the field goal unit.
Yeah, and again, being down by 2 scores anyways, you're going to have to make another score.
True.
Only being down by 9, you can afford to just kick the field goal, bring it down to a 1-score game, and try your best to get a stop or an interception or a fumble or something to get into some good field position and try to get a touchdown to take the lead.
21-yard field goal is good. So it's a 1-score game. All of a sudden, the interception, 64-yard return. Cats with the field goal, and it's 15-9. Farmers in front late in this 3rd quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. It keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions. So I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
6-point game, 15-9. Cats with the field goal late in this third quarter. We are all set to kick this off. Cats. Just kick it away. Turns from the 23. Towards the outside, Fleming has some space. To the 46, out of bounds. A 23-yard return. Biggest problem for Farmington offensively has been in the air. 3 picks tonight.
Yeah, but in the same breath, they've had some of their biggest offensive gains over the air. So they only really had one bad over the air thing now. Unfortunately, that costed them some points, but they haven't been terrible over the air. It's just they had one bad moment, and that's what's happened last. So that may be what's sticking with them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it on the ground for a few plays.
They will here. 1st and 10. Slips brought down at the 50. Braden Burr with the carry and a gain of 3.
Nope. Looked like we might have had an injured bomber. I think he is injured. Yep, he'll go down. That's number 10 for the Bombers, Kyler Norton.
Yeah, Norton going down. Third quarter is going to come to a close as well. Well, 1 quarter to go. 6 points separating these two squads. 15-9. Come on back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH for quarter number 4.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Fourth quarter is underway. 15-9. Farmers, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ben Wamsley, Caden Strens up here in the booth. Glenn Novak, our cameraman tonight upstairs. Been a good game so far. And boding for what could be an exciting finish. Stiff arm brought down at the 50. No gain. Rick May with the tackle. 3rd and 7 right at the 50. Bombers looking to get another stop. Third and 7. Need to get to the 43 in the Bombers' side. Looks like a blitz coming. They're blitzing. Lollipop screen. Gonna get some separation. Ball's out. Ball is out. Did the Bombers recover? Don't think they did. Oh, man. How in the world did Farmington manage to get that ball back? That might have been Crawford who fell on it.
Yeah,
Crawford, wow, what a play.
That could have been disastrous for the Farmers. Give the Bombers the ball back with, in all honesty, decent field position as compared to what would normally be off of a punt or a kickoff.
To add insult to injury, that's a first down for the Farmers as well. So just when you thought you were able to punch the ball out, Crawford with the recovery and the conversion. 1st and 10 from the 41. Keeper. Gain of 4. Second and 5. After the Grunwald 5-yard rush. Grunwald shotgun. Ball's out again. Looks like the Bombers landed on it. They did. Turnover. Drake May with the fumble recovery. The 4th turnover of the night.
It's 2 very close fumbles on that play, and got to wonder what's going on with Farmington in terms of that ball handling. We hadn't seen either team fumble so far. May just be exhaustion, maybe that the Bombers just got in the right position to punch the ball out. By the way, the Bombers come out with a big opportunity, just a little over 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and the opportunity to take the lead.
1st and 10 from their own 40. I think we have a false start, though. So maybe 1st and 15 from the 35. I'll back them up 5 yards. 1st and 15 from their own 35. Bombers have a shot. They have the ball down 6.
And there's still a lot of time to have anything happen, whether the Bombers do end up getting this touchdown
with the way that
or
things have
not.
been going.
But yes, very big opportunity.
Definitely see multiple possessions on both sides here. 3+. No gain there. 2nd and 15. And that's going to be your biggest struggle. Finding a way to get past the barrier of what has been an absolute wall tonight in the Farmers' defense.
Yeah, and the pass it's been keeping on the ground usually to Drake May, but that's not something that you can rely on, and we've seen that, the Bombers only able to really get into the red zone 3 times, all of them coming off of those runs, and only 2 of them resulted in points. So once they get past that wall, they've been doing pretty well once they get into that red zone.
Up, quick pass complete. Norton down at the 43. Also important to note, your wide receiver 1, Watson's still not out there. You're presuming he's done for the game. He hasn't been out at all the second half. So that's a big blow in terms of if you want to try and find the deep route. You still could do that, I'm saying, but you're losing a deep threat in Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. The passing game already hasn't been strong. I want to say this is the longest pass that just happened here. But with your pass game already being pretty weak, losing your wide receiver 1 is not something that's going to help you with that.
3rd and 7. 50-yard line's the first down marker. Up, quick pass, short. Tended target Havens. 4th down coming up. And what do we have here? Punting unit coming out for Macomb. Just another quick pass that just hasn't worked in terms of the Havens and Nup connection. Just not there. See the Bombers punt away here from their own 43. Low snap. Punt is away. Takes a Bomber roll inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. That's a good punt there. Flipping the field. Farmers will have it up 6 in 30 seconds on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
Something going on.
Just under 8.5 to play in the game. Someone has to win this one. Officials verifying the spot. And we're ready to resume action. 1st and 10 from inside their own 20. Brought down behind the line. It's a tackle for loss. Second down. The 2nd and 11. There's Blaze Howell behind the line to get the TFL. I think we have a false start. 2nd and 11 is about to turn into a 2nd and 16. And this is not good for Farmington, especially in terms of the field positioning.
And yeah, definitely not for the field position, but you also got to wonder if that fumble's still in the back of their minds. You know, definitely don't want to give it up now with being in the red zone, their own red zone. Yeah. Definitely don't want to give it up now, but at the same time, you had an offense that didn't perform too well last drive, and as of right now, I know we only saw one play, but it isn't looking too good so far either.
2nd and 16. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a long one, separation, but overthrown. Man, that could have been potentially the dagger. Crawford, the intended target, has had some solid route running on Norton tonight.
Yeah, and he brings that in. He's got no one else in front of him. Just that one defender to beat, and he was enough ahead of him to make me believe that should he have brought that in stride, he would have brought it to the house.
Norton and Crawford have had some good battles tonight. Norton with an interception at the end of the first half. Crawford with some big plays. 3rd and 16. They're going to keep it, and it is demolished near the 10. 4th and long, and forcing the punt. Getting the tackle there on the Bombers' side. Joshua McPeters, the TFL, 4th and long, a Farmers punt. And this is exactly what you need if you're the Bombers defense. You're playing the field positioning game here. You force the 3 and out. They already lost 7 yards.
Yeah, and I mean there's no other option than to punt now on 4th and long. You got to make sure to get this punt off quick, make sure it doesn't get blocked. With good field position, and even if you do get this punt, the Bombers
nearly blocked.
Bombers don't have very far that they would have to go.
They're going to be in plus territory here at the 48. That was really close to a disaster for Farmington, but they escaped that for now, though.
I almost thought it got tipped with the way it came out, but it doesn't look like it with how far that ball ended up going. But good field position for the Bombers. Inside opposing territory. Got another opportunity to perform something big, to score a touchdown to tie it, and depending on whether or not they make the extra point or go for 2 and take the lead.
1st and 10 from the 48. Fans loud right now. This is a handoff up the middle. Nice first down run. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. VPBLXXZ saying go Macomb in the chat. Everyone who's tuned in right now, 168 plus. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and what is going to be an enticing finish here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 1 from the Farmers 39. This matchup going to overtime last year. Could we see something similar tonight? 2nd and 1. May was near the first down marker. Forward progress. Not sure if they're going to give it to him. 38-yard line was the yard to gain.
Got just under 6 minutes to play so far. So we're getting to that point where whoever has the ball is going to want to try to eat up as much clock as they can to make an attempt to not give their opponents any chance to make a comeback.
That'll be a sports corner first down, as they did mark it at the 37, given the forward progress. Might have been a little generous. 1st and 10 for Macomb. Shotgun snap. Handoff. May pushes a lineman forward. Has 2 yards. I mean, that's just the way that you're going to have to keep going here. I think the Bombers' last resort kind of feels like a pass. The only passes that you've seen have been the quick ones to Havens and Norton.
And even those have been iffy on whether those are short or actually at them.
Yeah. 2nd and 8. It'll be a pass. Nup. He's going to fire it long. 1-on-1. Did he catch it? He did. Touchdown Bombers. Oh my goodness. Carter Havens mosses them. Tied at 15. One of the best catches you'll ever see. Extra point for the lead. It is up. It is good. Bombers in front. 16-15 in this 4th quarter.
Got just under 5 minutes to play, so it isn't in the record books yet, but you're feeling real good if you're the Macomb Bombers right now.
Up 1. Time for a break. What a play by Havens.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Wow. That's all I can say. Havens, the one-on-one coverage, mossing the defender. A 1-point lead for Macomb. You said about 5 minutes left in the game. Bombers faithful, the loudest they've been tonight. They have the lead by 1 and they'll kick it away. Inside the 20. Will be returned. Trying to get some separation to the outside. He might have it. Gets a block. Near the 40. And around the 45. Special teams has been solid tonight for Farmington.
There is a flag on the play,
yeah,
though.
it might have been a block in the back. You saw a Bomber, Bomber go down. It might have been a block in the back or a hold.
We'll see what that is, but I think regardless the Farmers will have good field position, even if it is from the spot of the foul.
Let's see. 32-yard return before the penalty. Block in the back was right there. The ref was right there on that call. It's going to move him back. That's going to move him really back because it was a spot foul penalty. That is a half the distance to the goal. So they are inside the 20.
And I thought it happened further upfield, but so I thought they would still have it within the 20, but my mistake. They got it, looks like about their own 18.
First and 10. Farmers are backed up. Screen pass complete. First down and more. Near the sideline. Still on his feet. Near midfield. He's still going. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Farmers. 87-yard touchdown for Jack Gronwald, the quarterback as a runner, and now a receiver going 87 for the lead.
Well, I got to say that's not what I was expecting out of that first play. Did a good job of breaking 3 tackles on that one off the screen pass. Got to commend the blockers as well who helped him out, but a big swing in just one play, sometimes all it takes, and now we've got about 4.5 minutes to see if the Bombers can answer.
They'll go for 2 to have a 7-point lead. Wide open, short pass caught. 2-point try is good. Trevor Fry with the delayed fade route. He is in. 23-16 Farmington.
Now the Bombers are forced to go for a touchdown and a one-point conversion to tie it, 2 to win it if they want to take that chance.
Back in 30 seconds.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was 15-6 for about 30 minutes of game time. And then a touchdown from Macomb, from Havens, and a touchdown from Gronwald on the first play from Farmington. What was a defensive battle has turned into a shootout in the last 2 drives. The Farmers will kick away up 7. Just about 3.5 minutes or so to play. Squibb turning it from the 15, trying to get some momentum past the 30, down to the 35. About a 20-yard return. It'll be first and 10, Macomb.
And no matter which way you look at it, no matter who comes out on top, you got to say this has been an entertaining game through and through, fairly close all the way through. We've got a little over 4 minutes still left to play. Enough time to try and make something happen. Make a touchdown, send it to overtime, or go for 2 in the win.
Did you just say overtime?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Like last year.
We'll see what happens.
23-16. Farmington in front.
We got a personal foul called on the
That's
Bombers.
That's going to bring it back. Didn't even catch that. So the Bombers now will move back after Farmington moved back on their kick return.
Well, if that's indicative of anything, that'll give the Bombers a chance for a 80-something yard touchdown, but we'll see if they stick with the trend.
First and 10. Looks to be right at the 20. Maybe 21. Counter. Gain of 4. Second down. 25-yard line. Nupp goes up the gut, brought down behind the line. Farmers' defense is pumped up after that one.
Third and mid-range, though, we've seen the Bombers able to convert on this a few times, and with how electric their offense has been in the past few drives, past few plays, wouldn't be surprised to still see a first down converted.
Carson Horn with the tackle for loss. 3rd and 6 from the 25. Need to get to the 31. Going to be a pass play. Nupp's going to roll out to the right. He's going to fire, incomplete. Norton, the intended target, batted away by Fleming. And it's 4th and 6 from their own territory. They're going to go for it here.
And Nupp ran to the sideline, make sure he gets the right play call on this one. But if you fail to get this, you give the Farmers good field position to either run out the clock or try to make it a 2-score game.
Bombers still with all 3 timeouts. This is a 4th and 6 from their own 25. Need to get to the 31 for the Sports Corner first. Rolls out. Pass is caught.
Nope.
Or no, it's incomplete.
Off the hands.
Yeah, off the hands, incomplete, and it's turned over. Farmers will have it in prime position. First down for Farmington. Bombers had the lead, and in the blink of an eye, it vanished.
And
4 and out.
And now the Farmers have good field position to at least kick a field goal.
Oh, the ball is out on the toss. They recover it, though. That was Brewer. Oh, my goodness. Butterfingers out here right now.
Yeah, and timeout called by Macomb, but that could have been very costly for the Farmers. We already saw one costly fumble. Didn't want to see a second if you're the Farmers.
It's a loss of 10 yards because it was already a backwards toss, and it dropped, and then it went more back. 2nd and 20 coming up here after this timeout. You know, this game is living up to what the standard was, I think.
Yeah, we've got a little over 2.5 minutes left, and now you're so far back for the Farmers that you probably can't kick a field goal. So it's questionable on what you try to do. You can either go for a deeper pass for a touchdown or try to make your way back upfield to give yourselves a chance for a field goal. Either way, make it a 2-score game and put a lot of pressure on the Bombers. But otherwise, you give the Bombers a small chance to bring it downfield for a touchdown.
Second and 20 from the 35. Handoff. Gain of 2 from Brewer.
And timeout again by the Bombers to save the clock.
So now here you go. You have a 3rd and long. Bombers have 1 timeout left. I mean, do you run it and force the last timeout? I mean, that's what I would do personally, just because of the way that this game has been. I think you make them use their last timeout. I don't think you're in a spot to kick this field goal.
No, absolutely not.
That 10-yard play definitely didn't help, and even then it's not easy from what would have been about 40 yards. So I think where you're at right now, I think you run it, you force them to take a timeout, you try and pin them deep. I mean.
Yep, and without any timeouts, you've got to either do run games that take them to the sideline and then run a hurry-up offense or try to make some slant passes, some out routes, take them to the sideline, march away downfield, or the last option is chunk them deep, throw up a prayer, and hope someone in the black and orange is able to come down with it and do your best to take it downfield. But even if the Farmers aren't able to get a field goal or a touchdown, a punt puts the Bombers in a really difficult position.
Yeah. 3rd and a country mile here. 3rd and 18 for the Farmers. Need to get to the 15. Are they going to throw here? They're going to keep it. Gronwald will be brought down at 30. Maybe the 29. Let's see, are the Bombers going to use their last timeout? They are. So Bombers are out of timeouts. There's about 2 minutes left here. 2:15, 2:05.
And I don't know if
205.
I don't know if you give your kicker a chance at it. It's a long field goal for any kicker.
Here's the deal. You kick it in, you win the game here at this point. Take a miracle for Macomb to get 2 possessions. Obviously, your onside kick would be needed. But the risk with that is that if you miss it and the Bombers have much better field position than anticipated,
or even if
go for it and win the game.
Or
you
even
get first down, the game's over, essentially.
Yep.
So, I mean, you have a variety of options.
Yeah,
I think you take the safe route.
I see either a attempted short punt, or if you really trust your kicker, give your kicker a chance to seal this game away. But you got a variety of options. I don't think we have the information in terms of what this kicker is able to do for the Farmers. The kicker being Corbin Shake, sophomore, so not sure what he's able to do. We'll see what the Farmers decide to do.
Looks like they're going for it here. Heavy right side. 4th and 14. Could be for the game if they get this first down. Bombers looking for a stop and one more possession. False start. 4th and 19 coming up. Maybe this changes their decision?
And maybe give your punter a little more room to work with, or
quite possibly.
Maybe either way you're just going to throw one out and see what happens anyways, and this doesn't really affect you at all. But
yeah, I'm punting this.
It doesn't look like they're making any changes on the field.
No.
We've still got 2.5 to play.
No timeouts for Macomb. A first down runs that clock down to under 2 with 0 timeouts.
And at that point,
could very well be the game.
Yeah, at that point, you just keep it on the ground, run the clock out.
4th down. 19 yards to the first. Pressure. Gets by. Gonna heave it. Pass is caught.
They say he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Is there any flags on the field? You saw a receiver go down. There is no flags, and it's a turnover on downs. The Bombers will have the ball.
That was almost so costly for the Bombers, but
you said that the Bombers need to send a prayer. That is exactly what we saw on the Farmers side right there. Just sending the prayer, and it nearly worked, just by mere inches.
Now as the Bombers, you got 2.5 minutes to work with. You can run a hurry up and keep it on the ground a little bit, as long as you don't waste too much time. Or you could just try to throw up a long pass to start and keep it on the ground, go for the first down. There's a lot of options that you could have.
Again, 0 timeouts for the Bombers. Just about 2:13. Just over 2 minutes to play. Turnover probably ends the game. Toss. Gonna throw it deep. Wide open, but incomplete.
And he
tried a trick play.
He makes that pass, and he may not get the touchdown. There were a few Farmers around him, but he was wide open there.
Oh my goodness.
And they would have had much better field position. Right play call, just not able to execute it.
This is what 2 5-0 teams look like here. This fourth quarter has just been what you have been expecting for the whole game.
And you get, nerves are at their highest point right now. So, don't blame them if there are some mistakes. But this is where good teams separate from great teams. Is how you're able to perform in these close situations.
Second down pass is caught, but again, it was a little off balance. Had to fall on it. It's 3rd and medium coming up here. They gotta go. They're going quick here. That completion was to Nolan Hogue. Trying to communicate with Horrell down on the sideline. He's got a lot of emotion right now. They're hustling here. They gotta hurry up. This clock is moving. Shotgun snap. Screen pass. Complete. Brought down. 4th down coming up. Need to get to the 46. I think at this point you can accept you don't get this first down. This game is over. You can take some time figuring out what you're going to run with here. You obviously have no timeout, so you can't call a timeout. About a minute and a half left. 4th down. This is the game right here. 4th and 5. Keeper Did he get it?
I think he did.
He might have got the sports corner first down. Let's see. This is really close.
Looks like
that spot looks like he has it. They're going to bring the measurement out. No, they're not. First down. Sports corner, first down, Macomb. And they stay alive. About a minute 20.
Minute 12.
Minute 12. No timeouts. Quick pass. Picked off. That is picked off by Crawford. Out of bounds.
Nope,
no, he's not.
Bounds.
He's still in. Touchdown, Farmers. Dagger, Crawford. "49-yard pick six. And that should all but do it here in Macomb.
Yeah, you got that first down to give you a chance, but interception on a good defensive play, good, baiting that pass out and then reading that option and take it to the house to make it a 2-score game, and most likelihood under a minute is going to be what seals this game away.
Starting to see fans head for the exits here. Extra point is good. What a game this has been. Crawford and the Farmers have sealed the deal, though, late. A 14-point lead. A fired-up Farmers squad as they're on their way to 6-0.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
(30-16). Bombers need 2 touchdowns. They need to recover an onside kick. They need a miracle and a half here. Farmers improve to 6-0. Bombers will fall to 5-1. What a game. What a battle both these teams had. And again, we mentioned it, 15-6 for about 30 minutes of game time. And then the touchdown from Havens. The one-on-one coverage. But then Farmington responding right away. 87 yards from Gronwald. And the Bombers forcing a 4th down stop by just mere inches. Would have been a touchdown. And a pick 6 from Crawford to seal the fate. To all but seal the fate. Not over yet. But the Farmers pick up the ball. The game will be over. They can just kneel it out. Bombers with no timeouts. Nothing they can do. Stop this clock with under a minute to go.
You got to try to have it run out routes or do a Hail Mary deep downfield. Try to make a quick touchdown. Try to get an onside kick. Try to make another quick touchdown. And that's about the only hope that you have left.
We have offsides. They're going to move up 5. Or kickoff out of bounds, excuse me. They're going to move it up 5. We'll be back in 2 weeks. October 17th. Macomb's next home game against Elmwood Brimfield. We'll have that game here at 7 o'clock. Same people, same crew, same fun. Pass is caught. First down from Norton to the 41.
I'm going to have to hurry it up. Clock's
40.
At 48.
48 seconds. Nupple snap. Fires it deep and out. Incomplete.
And we've got a little bit of time to try and call a play, but 36 seconds left. Used up about half the time you were allotted already.
Bombers head to Knoxville next week. Kenny Suter will be on the call there for you guys. Blue Bullets, 7 o'clock. Farmington already playing the Blue Bullets. That'll just be a jet pass to Norton. Nothing much there, about 2 yards. Third down. And let's see here, clock's still running. You're down to about 20 seconds here, under 30 to play.
Got it. And
I think this might just be it.
yeah, I think
they might snap it here, but
yeah,
there's nothing you can really do. You're down to inside 20.
Yeah, if they wanted to finish this out, I think they would have snapped it by now.
5 seconds. This will be
another interception.
That'll be intercepted. And that's it. Zero's on the clock. The Farmers come to Macomb. They spoil the Bombers' homecoming and hand them their first loss of the season. 30-16, the final. The Bombers will pick up their first loss of the season. 5-1 is their record. Farmington 6-0 and remaining undefeated in all, but at this point, probably getting their conference.
Yep, these were the only 2 teams left undefeated in conference, and after this game today, unless the Farmers lose to someone else in conference, which I'd say as of today it was Farmington the best and Macomb the second best team, so I don't see that being very likely to happen, and I think the Farmers will close out their conference.
Once again, 30-16 the final. Farmers winning this one 16-9 in the fourth quarter. And it ends up being 30-16. 21 points in that fourth quarter. Lots of chaos. We're going to take a break. See if we can get Coach up here, Coach Horrell, before we wrap it up. 30-16 the final. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here this year?
I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan that I think supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that.
Okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
That's going to do it from Macomb, Illinois. The final score, the Farmers 13, the Bombers 6. The Farmers will improve to 6-0 on the season. The Bombers will fall to 5-1. Ben, Glenn, and I will be back with you guys in 2 weeks, October 17th, as Macomb will play host to Elmwood Brimfield. We've got Coach Horrell joining us right now. So, no, you're good. No, you're good. All right, so Coach Horrell is with us right now, and Coach, I mean, that fourth quarter was just crazy. It was just crazy. Like, Havens had the moss, you had the lead briefly, and then Farmington just snatched it right back. I mean, that was just a good effort from your team tonight.
Yeah, it was similar to last week. No quit attitude. They're a really good football team. 13 he's going to North Dakota for a reason. But we have to be better. We have to be able to punch the ball inside the red zone there a couple times, and maybe some decisions that we could change up. And it's a different ball game, but they're a good football team, and they got us this time.
Yeah, a few more weeks left here. The next 2 of 3 at home. I guess what is the goal? I don't know exactly how to ask it, but what's your main goal here in these final 3 games as you gear up for what should be another playoff appearance for you guys?
Yeah, it's to go 1-0 every week still. We regroup and we watch film and figure out where we need to get better. And so, I mean, I have a pretty good idea right now where we're struggling a little bit, and we work on those things throughout the week and try to go 1-0 against Knoxville next week, and hopefully we end up 8-1.
Yeah, Drake May had some flashes as well. He had a 69-yard rush. He had another rush just shy of 50 yards. I mean, not just in this game in general, but what overall impact has he had on your team?
Oh, he's the heart and soul of our team, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy that we're giving the ball to 25 times a game, and he's the guy leading tackles. So Drake is he's the workhorse for us, and well, unfortunately we weren't able to punch a couple of those in, but those runs, you could see how much effort he was given took multiple guys to take him down, and yeah, he's a special kid.
Yep. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Yeah,
Best
thank
of
you.
luck. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. So
Awesome.
We'll see you
Appreciate it.
on the 17th against
Perfect.
Elmwood Brimfield. Always appreciate your time, Coach. Nice talking with you. So we'll see you very soon. Take care. Final score tonight, Macomb 16, Farmington 30. Farmington improves to 6-0. Macomb falls to 5-1. Glenn Novak the camera, Ben Wamsley the color, Caden Stranger play-by-play. So long. From Macomb High School, Macomb, Illinois, we will see you guys very soon. Until then, see ya.